I don't get mad if a woman be like, I just don't want to do this anymore. Well, I love you so much, I want you to be happy even if you're not with me. Blessings on your journey. I don't chase, I replace.
You can chase a woman sometimes.
That's a game. I'm not about to chase nothing. I don't want nothing that don't want me.
But women say things they don't mean sometimes.
That's cool. But they got some real women out here that say everything they mean.
I swear my loyalty to me, myself.
Yeah, but what do you mean by that? A man treating a woman right? Most men do treat women right. They treat us like equals. Or they do nice things for what? To be treated like garbage back? Are they supposed to just put up with constant disrespect? Are they supposed to be okay with being used? Yeah, I'll pay for that $200 dinner. Oh, you want to ghost me afterwards? That's okay. No! Men having self-respect is not the same as men treating women badly. And you do realize the highest divorce rate is with 2 women in a relationship, right? 2 men actually have the lowest divorce rate. So you can go ahead and do the math on that one.
A lot of these modern women aren't understanding fully that men can get tired too. And in fact, men continue, mentally I should say, and emotionally, they're exhausted. They get tired of everything that's going on. And they continue to try to tell you, hey, this is what I'm feeling. Can we come to some sort of resolution? But for a lot of these modern women, because they're not as emotionally stable as they say they are, they'll continue to put everything on the man, talking about, well, you're a man, fix it, handle it. But that's not really the way it's supposed to go. If you want to be a partner, then go ahead and be a partner and help him out with his issues the same way that he helps you out, and the same way that you expect him to help you out with yours.
Women don't want to always ask. She doesn't want to always ask you to make her day better or tell you how to do it. She doesn't want to always ask you for help where you see she needs it. She doesn't want to always ask for time over and over again. She doesn't want to always ask for flowers and love when she's feeling low. Y'all men want women to be so submissive but don't even pay attention to the small things she needs. How is she supposed to submit to a man who can't take charge and who has a closed mouth, don't get fed, or I can't read your mind attitude?
The dangerous thing about overly emotional men is that they're dangerous. They're genuinely dangerous. This is what's crazy. All these people who talk about toxic masculinity and how bad it is for men to be traditionally masculine. A traditionally masculine man does things he doesn't feel like doing because it is his duty to do them. He charges into the building because it is his duty. Not because he feels like it, because it is his duty. We're now teaching the new generation of men that they don't have duty and they can just act on their feelings and act how they feel, and they don't have to act as a man should. We need to be teaching young men to understand that the world is very, very difficult. It's hard to be a man. You're going to feel bad sometimes. You need to suck it up and perform anyway. Not to sit there and cry your eyes out or blame other people.
Tough being a woman too in modern society.
It's certainly tough being a woman, but I'm not a woman, so why would I speak on issues I do not understand? I'm a man.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Hi. I was like walking and stuff, so like I saw you from there. Is there any way I can get your number?
Yeah.
You are like drop dead gorgeous. Like, what's your name?
Chase.
Chase?
Yeah, what's your name?
My name's Kira.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You're not from here, are you?
Now I'm from Jersey.
Oh wow. I've never been in Jersey.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'd ever been there. So okay, were you guys here for like the summer smash and stuff?
Yeah,
or?
yeah.
It was nice, right?
It was tough.
Were you guys there like all 3 days? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw Young Thug, Future, everyone.
Yeah, you were there?
Mm-hmm.
All 3 days?
The last day.
Oh, the last
So
day.
I literally only went for Young Thug. Like I didn't really care for anyone else.
Did you share with friends?
Huh?
Share with friends?
Yeah, it was friends. Yeah, my friends right there were about it.
Oh, you can bring them.
It's just one.
Oh, just one.
But no, you guys are all from Jersey?
Yeah.
Wow. Hopefully, like you guys, catch your flight and stuff. But
Yeah, it was nice meeting you.
nice to meet you too.
Make sure you...
Oh my god. Yeah.
So what's it like dating in Lebanon?
Dating is very hard, actually. We think there's no more guys available.
Yeah, because
Everyone.
there's a lot of gays. There's a lot of people who want to play.
Yeah. No serious.
No serious guys.
So there's no serious guys, there's a lot of gays, and there's a lot of guys that like to play.
Yeah, and we're not wasting our time.
And you're both looking for husbands.
A serious relationship before marriage.
And do you want to date someone from Lebanon, or do you want to date
Not
someone from another country?
necessarily. No, we're open to meeting all kinds of.
What do you do for work?
I'm a doctor.
I'm a lawyer.
So yeah, guys from around the world, like here we go. We got some 2 eligible bachelorettes. How old are you?
Hi guys, I'm 28.
26.
And your name?
It's Joy.
Pomelo.
All right, it was so nice meeting you. Thanks for sharing a little bit about dating life here in Lebanon. Ciao.
Ciao.
And another thing is that a lot of modern women don't like to take accountability. And a man can't live with you if that's the way that you think. There's nothing that I can do about that. There's nothing that I want to do about that. I can be at home, chilling, taking it easy. Why would I want to sit there and be bothered with you? Why would I want to sit there and have stupidity hanging around me? That's something that we got to figure out. That's the thing that we have to look for. Why would I want to be bothered with somebody that don't know how to act? And when they don't know how to act, they're looking at me like I didn't do something wrong, instead of taking accountability.
If women could be a woman, if women acted like women
instead of men,
because
they're acting like men,
we'd have better men. Men also have to like defend themselves.
I also feel like we hold the standard.
Yeah.
And I mean, if we all went to a space of, I'm not sleeping with you just because you brought me to dinner. But even if you're not making $100,000 as a woman, but you're covering your own basic bills, right? And you're taking care of yourself, right? If you were being that woman and then you went dating from that space, instead of actually being a brokey as a woman, in fact, instead of actually being this wounded, hurt person.
I think it's absolutely hilarious that modern women like to squawk, bring back men who plan dates and take care of women. Okay, cool. But before you do that, how about we bring back the women who deserve it? Because ladies, you do not get traditional benefits with modern behavior. You don't get chivalry without character. You don't get protection without loyalty. And you don't get provision without peace. Here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. You see, back then when men planned dates and take care of women, women actually brought something to the table too. Hard to believe, I know. But apparently there's picture and video evidence of this if you can believe it. You see, ladies, back then the women weren't combative, entertaining backups, addicted to attention, and they did not test boundaries for fun. They were cooperative, supportive, loyal, and easy to deal with. Being around her made your life lighter, not heavier. That's why men invested, because women were worth it. But now, men having to deal with paying for everything, planning everything, and committing to everything while tolerating everything. And what does the man get in return? Attitude, ego, disrespect, other options, and you're being too controlling. That's not a relationship. That is a bad business deal.
No, I think it's men just get tired of being walked over. They just get tired of it, man. It's exhausting to get disrespected in pretty much darn near every situation. Every scenario you can think about, the man is going to come out dead last. And not only are modern women setting it up to where men are going to come out dead last in every situation, they're telling men, they've gotten so bold as to tell men, you are going to come out dead last. And you should be happy that you're going to come out dead last. Your life is in service to me. Regardless of what you think that you should get, your life is in service.
The most painful thing for a wife isn't always disrespect. Sometimes it's being ignored. A husband ignoring his wife may not look painful from the outside, but slowly it starts breaking her emotionally. A husband ignoring his wife may not look painful from the outside, but slowly it starts breaking her emotionally when conversations become shorter and effort slowly disappears. Sometimes she doesn't want gifts or expensive things. She just wants attention, time, and to feel important to the man she loves. The hardest part is she keeps staying quiet, hoping he'll notice the distance. Silently feeling lonely in a marriage that once felt safe. Being ignored hurts more than arguments ever could, because nothing hurts more than feeling unseen by the person you chose forever.
If high value men do not approach you, like I'm talking really masculine men that know what they want to provide for their family, they want to protect you, they want to cherish you, they're honest and they're in integrity, like they know what they want and they will court you. If those type of men are not asking you out on dates regularly, there's something in your energy that needs to shift. If you have anxious attachment, avoidant attachment, people pleasing, abandonment wounds, or control, what I call the big five with women that I've worked with, hundreds of women, if you have any of these energies, it is the least sexy energy a magnetic woman can have. You can say, I'm high self-worth, but if it is not being reflected back to you with the men that you are attracting, there's still something in your energy that has to shift. I've worked with women that have been in therapy for 10 years. I'm sorry, but talking about it is not going to get to the root. You have to get to the root of these wounds, integrate them, create high self-worth, and you will literally magnetize incredibly masculine Doberman, or if you want a golden retriever, type of men. This is what I call prize energy, because then men are like wanting to win you and you're like, may the best man win.
I think modern women believe that dudes are just going to let them just run rampant. Just do whatever you want. Just be however you want. I know I'm about to clown you. I know I'm about to act a fool. Go ahead. Why not? Go ahead. This is what a lot of modern women are thinking that men are going to let them do. But men are tired of that nonsense. And what you're running into is men not receiving you, or not being as receptive to being walked all over as they used to be. See, you caught a man when he was being a gentleman, but now he's like,
so what's the problem?
What you mean, what's the problem?
What's the problem?
Sorry. What do you mean, what's the problem?
I mean, in order for us to be together, this is what has to be done. In order for you to meet my parents, this is what has to be done.
Order me to meet your parents. Why are you, number one, why are you recording me? Why are you recording me?
Because I'm trying to make it make sense. I don't get it. I don't understand the problem, so I want to get everybody's opinion.
We've been dating almost a year, and then you hit me with, the only way I can meet your parents is I have to convert to Islam.
Yes, that's the deal. That's something that, I'm sorry, maybe it's my fault. I should have talked to you about it a while ago, but that is one of the stipulations that my family have.
That man is a man that has just come to the realization that you are not wifey material, because you are absolutely at fault for this. This should have been something discussed within the first week of knowing each other, not a year after being in a relationship together. So yeah, you are in the wrong. And here this man is, like, he has probably wasted so much time, effort, finances on you and on this relationship that it is honestly so disheartening. And it's exactly why men that have been through anything similar to this, they just don't want it anymore. They don't think that relationships are worth it.
I have an actual genuine question, but when I look like this, I mean, I have a hat on, I just have my hair like in a ponytail, I have a baggy t-shirt on, I get so much attention from guys, and I get approached all the time. When I'm all dressed up, out with my girls, I get looks, but no guys ever talk to me. What is up with that?
Yes, I can womansplain this. So they've actually done studies on the conditions under which men are most likely to approach women and the conditions under which they are not. And as you just described, the three most common scenarios in which a man will not approach a woman are if she is dolled up to the nines, if she is surrounded by friends or a group of women, or in an environment that is really loud. So it's kind of funny that women spend so much time getting all dressed up to go out to clubs to try and meet guys when they're statistically more likely to be approached wearing no makeup in an oversized t-shirt, desperately trying to reach something at the grocery store. And you're not going to like the answer here, but men approach you at your most casual because to them, that's when you're at your best. That's when you're not trying to impress anybody or be anything you're not. That's when you're not hiding behind something or playing some kind of character. Because most men just hate keeping up with the Joneses or trying to compete with something superficial that's fighting for your attention. They like you when you're at your most natural because that's when you are actually you. It's probably easy to forget, but us women aren't the only ones getting played out here, and you can catfish a lot more than just your physical appearance. Fact of the matter is, there is so much risk to approaching a woman, they're only going to do it if it seems real.
And here's what happens when the men check out. I get to go home. My house is quiet. I don't want no drama, no foolishness, no texting, no nonsense going on. I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. I can just go home. I could just go home. I could be out there dating, But why would I do that? When all of these modern women don't have a good head on their shoulders, why would I be out there? For what?
If the goal of a monogamous marriage, if the goal of a traditional marriage is that we're going to say to each other, hey, you and I, we're going to share space, we're going to share a journey together, we're going to play a very important role in each other's lives. We're going to add to that, there's this romantic sexual component, which makes it something other than a friendship. And most marriages, you're saying, we're going to only share that aspect of self with each other. If that's what you want, and what comes from that is, something you want to feel. And that is, I want to feel deeply connected. I want to feel a connection that gets deeper and deeper. I want to feel safe in this relationship, emotionally, physically. I want to feel safe in it. I just think that there's tremendous value in saying that out loud to each other from the beginning and saying to each other, what can we do to if we both have decided this is something we're going to do, we don't have to do it, but we're going to do it. How can we keep this thing lovely and connected?
One of the other things that I noticed in our first conversation that people had commented about that were triggered was that they feel that women are the ones that are almost always seeking out information on how to better their relationships, and they feel men don't do that. What are your thoughts on that? And why? And whatever you think, whether that's true or not, why?
Yes, except, and because women seek information about relationships because deep down that's how we survive. And men seek information on producing results because deep down that's how they know they survive. And men will seek information about relationships when what's happening in their relationship or not having a relationship is threatening what it is that they've built or trying to build. It's instinctual.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
personal.
It's not personal, and it's not better. It's neither is better or worse.
I like that answer.
Thank you.
Because it
was a quick answer.
Yeah, no, it is. That was probably the first one. But I love the long answers. They're so insightful. And I think that answer is not sufficient for a lot of people who think that we're the same, that we're supposed to be the same.
Of women rejecting you, good. I'm proud of you. That means you're ahead of most men. There was a study done. Essentially, a large majority, especially of Gen Z, men are not approaching women anymore in public. Let me tell you something. If you are approaching women in public, you are beating 90% of men out there. They're too afraid. You're getting rejected. I'm proud of you. Here's the thing, right? Some women are going to be mean to you. Some women are going to be nice to you. Some women are going to be super attracted to you. And if you don't take that shot, you will never find out. You will never find out. You have to take the shot. And if you're getting rejected, just know Auntie Domo is proud of you. You should keep going. Just be casual, be friendly, be respectful. As long as you're doing that, it's fine. Everything is fine. Anecdote. I posted so many videos. People called me a loser, ugly, whatever. You think that I would be where I'm at if I wasn't okay with being rejected. You have to be okay with it. You have to embrace it. Embrace the rejection. It's just another step closer to you not caring. Okay? All right. I love you. Talk to you later. My name is Domo, and you've just been put on.
You also have to look at another issue where you have a lot of guys out here are hearing, I deserve a man who does X, Y, and Z. The problem with that is that a lot of women, man, they can barely figure out who they are. Their life is not really together. They know, kind of what they want because they see it on TV, but they're not really where they need to be honest. And we can go from, well, this is where I want to be, because there's a lot of people that want to be here, a lot of different places, but we're just talking about where you need to be in order to get a man that you're wanting, or that honestly and truly, once again, that you need. A lot of modern women are not there. You're not even halfway there. There's a lot of stuff that you need to do before you even come close to needing to starting to talk to a man that you actually need. This is stuff that you actually need. We're not even talking about the stuff that you want. Practice? Talking about practice, man.
Men, her emotions are not an attack on you. So long as you keep seeing it as an attack on you, you will do some very predictable things. You'll defend yourself, you'll blame her back, and then you'll make the whole thing about you. And then she'll feel completely dropped. So I think you don't want this, and she doesn't want this. So the way around this is when she brings her emotions to you, i.e. pain, sadness, anger, frustration, resentment, hurt, fear, you listen until she feels understood. And then if you're in a good partnership with a good woman, she will of course be interested in what your experience is like, and she'll do the same for you. The first move here, especially if you hurt her just through your actions, whatever that was, intentional or not, you've got to allow her to express herself. And you got to learn how to hold her pain and her feelings in such a way that she feels like you give a and then you can move on. It's so much faster. I can't tell you how many times I've this one up, okay? Save yourself a lot of headache and heartache and begin to take all of her emotions as an opportunity to be with her experience. She's going to trust you more. Ultimately, you're going to get more connection and less drama, and it's going to feel way better to both of you.
Ladies, do you find yourself attracted to very feminine men? Now, I'm not going to tell you what's very feminine, not very feminine, if it's good, if it's bad. We're not going to talk about that here. No, I don't need no problems. But I do want to address one reason why you could find yourself with feminine men. Many times women will end up with feminine men if they lacked safety in previous relationships with men. And those could include romantic, father figure, family, friend, whatever. You could be associating men or masculinity with being unsafe because of traumas in the past, maybe verbal, maybe emotional. Any of those things could cause you to subconsciously get scared around masculinity. So you may be seeking femininity in your romantic partner. Whatever situation you find yourself, it would be good to work on that feeling of unsafety or danger.
You know, it's funny because a lot of these modern women, they'll come to a first date with a list of things, literal lists of things that they're expecting from a guy. I want your therapist. I want the exact number. I want the exact number of therapy sessions that you've gone to within the last 3 weeks. How long were they? What object lessons did you learn from that? Which the object lessons I really don't have a problem with, but they want to grill you on the questions that they want to know. But all it takes from you is one question, 2 questions, one question actually. Let me jump it back down to one question. What do you bring to the table? And then the date is over. They didn't ask you about your family history. And then one question is like, oh yeah, you're pretty thorough. Now, let me go ahead and ask you. What do you bring to the table? Oh man,
the biggest piece of advice that I've seen from women online, across Reddit, across forums, across every corner of the internet where this topic comes up is this. Talk to them like a person first and a potential date second. I know, that sounds obvious, but it's where most guys go wrong. They walk into a coffee shop, see an attractive girl, and immediately their brain shifts to how do I get her number mode. She can sense that. Everyone can sense when someone is talking to them because they want something from them. It's the same energy as a salesman knocking on your door. You're going to be guarded and you're not going to want to talk to him. So instead of thinking about how to talk to girls, think about how to talk to people, because that's really all this is. One thing I've read over and over from women online is that the guys who stand out are the ones who are friendly with everyone, not just the attractive girl in the room. The guy at the run club who says hi to everyone, who jokes around with the older dude stretching next to him, who talks to the barista by name at the coffee shop, That guy is infinitely more approachable than the one who sits silently until he spots someone he's attracted to and then suddenly becomes a whole different person. People notice when you're selectively social and it feels calculated. But when you're just a friendly person in general, starting a conversation with a girl that you're interested in doesn't look like an approach. It looks like you're just being you.
If you ask a woman on a date...
No, I'm not going to.
And you see, that is how men have completely given up on dating nowadays because of how much of a headache most women are, how quarrelsome they are, how incompatible they are.
A man pulls away from a good woman when he realizes that he is not going to be able to meet those expectations. And it doesn't mean that the woman is pushing off unrealistic expectations. It means that the man lacks emotional discipline. That man is intimidated. That man is seeing his life flash before his eyes that this is the woman, this is the dream woman. But I don't have the emotional intelligence and I don't have the discipline to give her what she deserves. So it's crazy because you would think, well, why would he punish himself and leave? Guess what? A man is going to pull away to prevent feeling that shame from failing that woman. When a good woman walks into a man's life, he realizes that there's an assignment immediately, right? And he only can hold up that first impression for so long. Once it's time for depth, it's time for accountability, it's time for consistency and consideration. Once it's time for him to be a man, and a good one, that's when it gets real. So a man that doesn't have the capacity, a man that doesn't have the discipline, and a man that's not ready to choose will pull away. So understand it has a lot more to do with that man's pride and shame wounds and fear of abandonment or rejection than it does with that woman's expectations. Pulling away doesn't mean that you have less value. It means that he has less capacity than you. He can't meet you where you are because you're the statement. You're the standard. So don't fool yourself, because a man only pulls away from a good woman when he realizes that she's the blueprint and he doesn't have the tools to understand the assignment.
When I'm dating someone, what gives me the ick is when a guy doesn't do traditional gentleman stuff, like open the door for me or pay for the first meal and stuff like that. I'm kind of into all that stuff, so I feel like it's more of like a respect thing, like if you just kind of start with being like a gentleman.
Why you look like you're miserable, huh?
Because you make me feel like the man.
Why?
You made me get the tickets, you made me talk to the agent because you didn't want to ask which line it was. We're staying in my house, and then you're like, I don't want to go up, I have anxiety. Like, I feel like man in the relationship, and it gives me the ick, like, genuinely.
You still love me though?
Yes, I still love you.
I'm getting the Dolly tickets
But it's
tomorrow.
hard for me to act like I'm not mad when I am. I can't fake it, so.
Babe, listen, Santorini. We need this after our fight. A reset. Book it. And the designer bag. Make it special.
You want a reward after a violation.
Violation, Ethan? I was emotional. You know I didn't mean it. Just fix it. You're the man.
In that fight, you said you're broke. You said you're pathetic. You said I can replace you.
I was mad. I was hurt. You're holding words over my head. If you loved me, you'd let it go.
Love isn't a license. Respect is the currency here. You spent it like it was unlimited.
So what, I'm punished now?
It's not punishment, it's cause and effect. If an employee damages company property, they don't get a bonus. They get a reprimand.
Wow, so I'm an employee to you? You're so cold. Fine, I'll just cry and you'll feel guilty.
Tears don't change terms. You don't get rewards for violations.
Ladies, there are no good men left. Now, if you really believe that, and I got a text this morning that said that, you're cooked. Your reticular activating system is literally going to show you that. If you think you're not going to be rich, you're not going to be rich. If you think there are no good men left, there will be no good men left. Because your brain, what it does is it tries to confirm whatever it is you believe. If you believe the sky is blue, it will try to show you reasons the sky is blue, even though it's actually purple, I think. So what you actually need to do is we need to change our mindset. 90% of dating issues are not talking to ChatGPT, are not making him banana bread, is changing how we view the world. Yes, there are horrible men out there, but guys are 50% of the population. We're not particularly lucky if we find one that we like. We just have to keep putting you in the right spots and having a positive mindset so the guy actually approaches us.
There is this stupid internet rumor that the reason you don't get approached as a woman, if you're wondering why, is because you're so hot, it's just intimidating to everybody. First off, that's not true. If you're in the very top percentile of hotness, like 10 out of 10, you will get approached. So you're not a 10 out of 10. That's okay. You don't have to be, so why are you not getting approached? One, men don't really approach women like that anymore. Like, we're not in like the 1960s or whatever they used to do that. You are not going to get approached on the grocery store, on the street. Like, that's rare. That doesn't happen that often. And you're especially not going to get approached by people you find desirable desirable, you're going to be approached by men who just shoot their shot as much as they possibly can and see what sticks. The reason you don't get approached isn't because of your face, it's because the social climate is not encouraging men to approach women right now for many, many good reasons, but that's just the facts of the case. Or two, you're not making yourself available. You're not going out to bars, you're not visiting the same places consistently, you're not making conversation with any strangers ever. That's on you. You have to make yourself available. Also, there's less pressure to approach people than there ever has been because dating apps exist. If you don't want to approach anybody, because that's always scary, there's always an inherent risk of rejection, whether you're a man or woman approaching someone else. It's easier to just default to online, to dating apps, so people don't have to try as hard, so people aren't approaching each other.
Men don't want a strong, independent woman. They want a peaceful woman who chooses him, not battles him. This doesn't mean weakness. It doesn't mean silence. And it doesn't mean losing your identity. It means understanding the difference between partnership and competition. Many relationships today feel like two people constantly trying to prove who's right, who's stronger, who has the final say. But men aren't looking for a rival at home. The world already gives him enough battles. Pressure, expectations, responsibility. What he hopes to find in his woman is peace. Someone who supports instead of challenges everything he says. Someone who respects his role instead of constantly questioning it. Someone who brings calm instead of conflict. A woman can be intelligent, capable, and successful while still creating peace in her relationship. Because real strength in a relationship isn't domination. It's emotional balance, mutual respect, and choosing harmony over ego. A peaceful woman doesn't weaken a man. She multiplies his strength. She becomes the reason he pushes harder for their future. I explain these dynamics deeply in my guides. Comment, mind, and I'll send them to you.
The men that y'all claim don't exist no more, I had that type of man. I had him, and I lost him because I was stupid, foolish, young, immature, possessive, mean, with a nasty attitude, ungrateful, entitled, and ignorant. I had a good man. One who gave me roses, romantic surprises, lingerie, gift baskets. He cooked, he cleaned, he had roses and candles lined up to the floor. He was romantic. He would throw me $1,000 even when he wasn't rich just to go get my hair done. My toes, my nails. He cared about me. He played old school music and slow dance with me. He fed me good, took care of me, took care of my kids. I had a good man.
And they wonder why men aren't chivalrous anymore. And they wonder why men aren't selfless anymore. And they wonder why men don't want to go on dates anymore. That's because women love to use men. Men don't mind doing for women. All we ask is you appreciate it.
Guys, why am I single for Christmas? I don't understand. I'm a hard worker. I'm pretty. I have a 20-year-old body. And yeah, I'm just confused, like, why I'm single for Christmas.
You're delusional. That's the main reason. Number one, you don't have a 20-year-old body. That's just, come on now. Number two, you said you were pretty. Well, it's giving middle-aged mom. I'm not trying to be rude. And I guarantee you, you have unrealistic high standards. I guarantee you want a 6-figure man that's 6 foot with washboard abs, and you want all of these things, but you are not able to attract those types of men. Those types of men don't want you. You're going to have to settle for a man that's in your lane. You better just want a man that's way above you. That's not how this works. Y'all have to be realistic, especially when you're at an elderly age. Okay? You're at an elderly age. Probably in 10 years, you'll be able to claim a senior citizen's discount somewhere, lady. Look, we have to become realistic. If you want to be in a relationship, you have to remove those delusions and say, okay, I'm getting old. You're probably menopause. Menopause probably kicked in. You can't even have children. That's a woman's youth, a woman's fertility. That's her value right there. Nothing else. That's her value. When you lose that, you lost your fertility, you lost your youth. You need to lower your standards at that point.
Real man does not tolerate or accept what others might let slide when it comes to dealing with a woman. He doesn't settle for the bare minimum. He doesn't allow you to speak to him any type of way. He doesn't allow you to disrespect him or allow her to lean on the habits that others have overlooked simply because they were too afraid to challenge her. She might be used to getting her way, confident that someone will eventually let it pass, but not him. He's been down this road before, and he's felt the sting of compromising his standards and vowed to never ever feel this way ever again. In today's world, boundaries and standards are buzzwords, often spoken about but rarely respected. Especially when it comes to men, it's almost as if we aren't allowed to have them, as if our feelings and limits are secondary. But let me tell you this. You are not being sassy for being vulnerable, honest, and real about how you feel. You are being a man, a real man. Stand firm on that truth, sir. Protect your peace, sir. Honor your boundaries, sir, and never apologize for demanding the respect you give so freely.
Are you wife material? That sounds like a harmless question, but it's built on a foundation of subtle misogyny. As a divorce lawyer, I've seen the aftermath of what happens when women spend years trying to answer that question, shrinking themselves, editing their personality, performing in a never-ending audition for a role that they were never supposed to chase in the first place. Women are not put on this earth to audition to be wives. This isn't The Bachelor. You don't get a ring for being the last one standing after months of emotional gymnastics. We are not here to win a man's approval like it's some kind of prize at the end of a personality contest. Being kind, nurturing, supportive, those are human traits, not job requirements for marriage. Somewhere along the way, society convinced women that our biggest achievement is getting picked, that being someone's wife validates us. The happiest women I know aren't the ones who got picked. They're the ones who picked themselves and then built a life that didn't require constant auditions and emotional unpaid internships. Because being a wife should be something you choose, not something you earn by enduring disrespect, lowering your standards, or trying to prove you are not like the other girls, which by the way is just internalized patriarchy. I've had clients sit across from me after 20 years of marriage completely disconnected from who they are, not because they didn't love their husbands, but because they spent 2 decades method acting as the perfect wife, pretending, overfunctioning, all in the name of being a good wife. And now they're just trying to remember what their own laugh sounds like. The right person will never ask you to audition. They'll meet you where you are and not try to rewrite your script. So if you're constantly asking, what do men want? You're asking the wrong question. Ask what you want. Then go and build a life that doesn't need a stage, a spotlight, or a man with a scorecard. You're not here to be chosen. You're here to choose. And you don't need anyone's approval to be unforgettable.
Modern women are continuing to ask men to step up over and over again. Step up, be here, do that, say this, be this person, act like this, right? And it's funny because modern women seem to be the only ones in dating that are able to make these types of demands. Well, I want you to be over here. I want you to do this. And when a man says, okay, well, I would like my woman to act a certain way, be a certain way, treat me a certain way, then all of a sudden it's a problem. All of a sudden you're misogynistic. All of a sudden that's the patriarchy speaking up all up in you, running all up and through you. We got to stop that.